14th time's a charm. Sorry for the delay. My phone is doing this weird freezing thing. Anyways, I'm excited to come to you for day 5 of the challenge. So I'm just gonna wait a second and make sure that I'm live in the right group. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yay. All right. So today is about bringing it all together. Welcome to day 5 of Own Your Shit and Claim Your Magic. So what today is all about is about bringing all these pieces together of what we've been working on for the past few days and bringing it into a space of embodiment, of a space of integration so that everything can lock in together. Because when you start to peel back layers and release old patterns and programmings, which is what we did in the first 2 days, 3 days really, and start to really decide, okay, cool, what do we want? What do we get to create? Where do we get to go? Like we have in the last couple of days of this challenge. You're sometimes might be like, whoa, where do I go with this information? And especially after day 4, where we really start to tap into channeling, tap into accessing your magic, tap into reaching into things from higher powers and actually bringing that into your physical reality. Because I know some of you are thinking, okay, this is cool, I like this, but how do I do this all the time? Or I don't understand, I don't know how to amplify some of this information that I'm receiving, especially from the space of, spiritual downloads and receiving information. So if that's the case of where you're at, number one, it's okay. Depending on where you are at on your journey, that may be something that you are just starting to realize and to understand is that, hey, I'm a spiritual being. I have gifts, and we all are spiritual beings, right? So we all have these gifts. It's just how comfortable we are with tapping into them and how often we do it. And then the more often you do it, the easier you're able to access it, okay? So some of you who are saying, well, I don't know how to channel, or even meditating, even in meditation, you're like, I don't hear anything, I don't see anything, I don't feel anything. What I want you to know is the more that you do this, the more you're going to strengthen it. It's like anything else. If you go to the gym and you're lifting weights and you're exercising and you do it like 2 days and then you don't do it for 4 weeks and then you do it 2 days, a month later, you're probably not going to gain muscle strength, right? I want you to look at, especially accessing your spiritual gifts and your spiritual powers, as strengthening a muscle. It's something that takes time, it takes practice, and it takes consistent and honestly a powerful intention with your energy so that you're able to pull in and cultivate what you need, want, and desire out of this, but also what is of your highest good and of your highest power from God, angels, the universe, your galactic team, higher beings, all of that kind of stuff. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get with it, and the easier it is, and also the more you're going to access information, and the more it's going to make sense to you. Because there may be some times where right now, as you're starting to do this more, you're like, oh my gosh, what does this even mean? Or what are these sounds? Or am I feeling something? Does this mean that I'm sensing something? Or now am I super sensitive? Am I hypersensitive? Your mind can start to go all over the place. What I want you to remember is a lot of what these practices are about listening intuitively, saying, okay, cool, I get this, but I don't have to think about it too much. What does it feel like? What do I want this to feel like? Where do I want things to go? And where do I want to create from? And then taking consistent action to where you want to be, where you desire to be. And the more you do the intuitive work and the channeling work and the higher consciousness work, the more you're going to be able to trust where you get to be guided to harness, access, and amplify all of the spiritual gifts and all of the spiritual powers, okay? So that's why I had you guys go through all of the days in the order that you did, so that it could lead to today where you get into a space of, okay, I feel like I'm starting to understand this and I'm starting to grasp it, and now I'm going to start to bring it in together. And here's something I want to tell you guys. You're not going to be an expert after, doing this series. You're not, and that's okay. That's why I work with people at a higher level. That's why I have my Awaken Goddess solution as a co-creation, as a community, so that people can mastermind about this and they can grow about this and they can practice and have conversations with myself and the people that I bring into that space. That's why I work with people at a one-on-one level, so that you can understand this information, integrate it, and then apply it into your business and into your life. Right? Like, it's not something that you receive it a couple times and you're like, okay, cool, I'm good, and off you go. I've literally invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in my own personal and spiritual development so that I'm able to teach on all of this stuff, but also because I know that there's always something to learn and grow on. And what I want you guys to know is, remember when we went back on the first day and we took radical responsibility of where we were at in our lives, right? And where we were and where we wanted to go. If there's an area in your life that, yes, you've made improvement on in the past few days, but you're not where you want to go, how do you want to get there? Do you want to get there? Do you want to go for it on your own? Of course you can. It might take a little bit more time, but you can do it on your own. Or do you want to be guided by someone or by people who have been there before and do that and understand that? And that's where having support, mentorship, and communities is all about. You guys, I am a part of 3 different masterminds, and I'm about to join into another community of that does a combination of spiritual work and energy work, just that. And then I have a mastermind community for one of my other businesses and a mastermind for my other business, and I have coaches and mentors, and I take courses and programs. Not because I think there's anything wrong with me, and this is the important part, you guys. If you're not an expert on anything, it's not because you don't know enough or there's nothing wrong with you. If you don't know the information, you just haven't given yourself the opportunity to learn it and understand it. I do masterminds and I receive mentoring and coaching because I have a desire to learn and understand more. Not because there's nothing that I don't know on my own. I want you guys to all know, especially when it comes to your intuition, you know this stuff. You really truly do, and it's about continuing to clear and pull back any layers that are blocking you from that inner knowing and that inner knowledge. And a good coach and a good mentor is going to show you that, because that's what that whole process is about. And when we think of our intuition, you guys, all it is learning to listen to that little voice inside of you. That little voice can be your intuition. That little voice can be God. That can be your angels. That can be your higher power. That can be your higher self. That can be your galactic team. That can be your guides. It doesn't matter what it is. It's about listening to that. So, are you interested in learning how you get to strengthen that listening muscle and how you get to integrate and align to who you really are, which is magic, right? A piece of what we've been talking about throughout this whole program is that you are magic. So one of the most important spaces when it comes to embodiment is truly believing and understanding that you are magic. Do you guys get that? Remember what we talked about the other day? We're all just energy. We're just little balls of energy moving around, having a little party, right? So the more we get aligned and we integrate that energy into ourselves and into our beingness, the more we are going to understand that, oh, there's nothing I have to do. There's just who I get to be. And that's what embodiment is about. That's what true and full integration is about deciding who you get to be, being in that energy that you choose. What we did a couple days ago, where we looked at who do I get to be? What is that 2.0 version of myself? What is that higher self? How am I living? How am I acting? And it's about continuing to show up from that space, even when your physical reality does not have that. You guys, for a really long time, I had a deep desire to travel more luxuriously. I wanted to travel around the world and I wanted to travel more internationally, and I didn't really until the past couple years. And then as I started to travel more internationally, I was like, I want to be in those lay down first class seats. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that, but I want to do it. One of my core desired feelings was luxury. And I was like, okay, I don't have $1 million in the bank. I'm not able to drop money on all of these things right now in this moment, but what can I do right now to feel luxurious? When I am making $1 million a year, what kind of things do I do? How do I act? Where do I go? Who do I surround myself with? And so I started to create these opportunities for myself where I got to truly be that and be in that energy of luxury. And sometimes it was as simple of like putting on clothes that felt soft and luxurious and really good, right? And I said, wait a second, I am this vibration of luxury. And then, things started showing up. I started getting like bumps and upgrades on flights. I did get to a space where I was like, okay, and I had the money where I was like, I'm gonna book this first class flight. The first time I went to Australia, I was like, I'm just gonna pay more. And it was way more than I'd ever paid for a flight before in my life. But I said, you know what, that's what I desire. And oh my gosh, I was so grateful that I did it. I was in the lounge and all this stuff. And then what happened is as I continued basically traveling all over the world, I kept getting upgraded, kept getting bumped to statuses, and now I have the like highest status on my airline where those upgrades to first class and business class and those kinds of things are now standard for me. That happens all the time. But I wasn't in a space where I could put the money out to do that, right? But I actively chose to be in that energy of luxury, okay? So that's just one example. But if you want to be in the energy of being a spiritually aligned person and spiritually aligned being, you get to actively choose, what does alignment feel like for me? What does alignment look like for me? And I get to bring it in and I get to embody it. So as you start to embody all of these things that we've been talking about and all of these desires that you've been craving and going for and deciding from a mindset perspective, now you get to bring it into your body and into your being and into your energy. So what I want to do really quickly as the final exercise for you guys to do in this challenge, and then I'm going to give you a couple prompts that you get to do to dive deeper into this space of embodiment, is we're going to do some breath that is going to really root us deep into our core and then is going to rise up all the way up to our third eye, okay? So there's lots of different sounds that we're going to do. So there's Om, which is very easy. That's for the higher self and the third eye. We're gonna do Yum, which is for the heart. And then we're gonna do Lam, which is a deeper one, okay? So ready? Actually, I changed my mind. We're gonna do it in a different order. We're gonna start actually from our sacral chakra, doing a little bit of movement to kind of fire up the energy, and then do a little bit of Kundalini to start spiraling the energy up, then bring the energy to our heart and then to our third eye. Change my mind, that's what we're doing. Okay, so I actually want you to stand up. And I'm wearing pajama pants and a nice shirt. Okay, hands on your hips, and I want you to roll your hips. And the sound is going to be a s. Change directions. Just let out some moans, any sound you need to make, just getting into your hips. Awesome. Take a seat. And now you're going to sit in alignment. So that means hips underneath your shoulders. Shoulders are going to roll down and back so that you're sitting in a straight line. And when you look from the side, your chin is going to be slightly tucked so that your spine is straight. You're not forward, you're not back. Everything is in a nice straight line so that you're aligned with your energy, so that you get to embody what we are starting to activate and tap into. Okay, so I want you to, hands on the belly, so we've warmed up our hips, we've started to activate that sacral chakra, that sexual energy, that creative energy that's gonna start to create and cultivate and activate what we are bringing into our body and into our being. So remember, nice and tall, hips, shoulders, chin in slightly, and then we're gonna start breath of fire. So pulling the belly button in and then out through the nose. Now I want you to add the arms, so your arms are gonna come up over your head and we're gonna pull them down. We're gonna do that 10 times, 3 sets with the breath of fire. So one more set. Bringing the energy into your heart, inhale. Exhale, arms out, yum. Inhale. And exhale, yum. Inhale, arms expand, chest lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, draw it in, yum. Inhale, open. Exhale, yum. Inhale, open. Exhale, yum. Chin tucked slightly. Hands come to your third eye, and I want you to actually just tap on your third eye here. I can see, I can see, I can see. Keep tapping on the third eye, your seed of enlightenment, and I want you to see your embodied, integrated, highest self. And I want you to tap here on your third eye, and I want you to see your integrated and aligned highest self. You can see, you can see, you can see. And release your hands down, bring your hands together, thumbs together, and you're actually gonna place your thumbs on your third eye with some pressure there. And we're gonna do 3 ohms all together. Deep breath in. Om. Inhale. Inhale. And release your hands down, palms facing up. And I want you to sit for a moment and just breathe. Allowing yourself to receive. After you've said that, I can see, sit here in this moment with your channel open. God, angels, universe, beings of the highest truth and compassion, our galactic team, we are here to be of the highest service. Show us what we need to know to live in full embodiment of the truth of our highest self. We are ready and willing to do our part. We are ready to see. We are willing to see. We are open to see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, and so it is. Allow yourself to receive the information, the download, and just be. your hands in front of your heart, bowing your head to your heart. In gratitude, we seal and close our channel and release any energies that are not aligned to our highest good. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the information we received in this download. We will use it for good. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands down to the side. And when you're ready, go ahead and come back into your body and open your eyes. Beautiful, beautiful job, you guys. I want you to know that if you apply the lessons and the learnings that you've had from this entire series of trainings, things will shift. Sometimes they take a little bit more practice. Sometimes you need to repeat things, especially that mirror exercise where you look into your own eyes and deeply, deeply, deeply love and accept yourself. I want you to know that if any of this aligns with you and you want to have a conversation with me, you can just click the link that is below this video. I'll pop it right below and you can schedule a call with me. And on that call, we will decide what is the most aligned thing for you to do with me, either working one-on-one, joining into the Awakened Goddess Solution, or I can refer you to one of my courses or programs that I have available for you. But if any of this is aligning to you and you're feeling a call and a pull, please book a call with me and let's have a conversation. This is about expansion. This is about knowing and believing that you are worthy, that you are magic, that you have gifts within you. I want you to know and believe that you absolutely get to have and create every single thing you need, want, and desire. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Dr. Kathleen Henry. Please remember that life and business get to be fun, so go enjoy it. And of course, you are magic. All you have to do is decide it, claim it, and be the magical being that you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will stay on for a little bit if anyone has any questions, and I'll just go ahead and scroll through the comments. If you're catching this as a replay, just make sure you tag me in the video and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm just gonna put this in here. If you want to book a call to chat with me, schedule that here. The calls are $11 to book them, and that's really so that people actually show up out of respect for me and your time, okay? So that link is right there. And I want you guys to know that I'm gonna have some fun things coming up for you. I am working on a little live workshop to dive a little bit deeper into all of this stuff. And like we talked about a couple days ago, my Activate program is coming. So if you're ready to activate into higher levels of ascension, consciousness, and brain function, you'll definitely want to check that out. If anyone has any questions, just let me know. I'm going to scroll through the comments. Thank you, Patsy. Yes, Dale, be in the energy. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. I think my biggest thing is to be in the energy. Yes, That is the thing you get to do and decide. Do you have any questions about that, Dale? Hey Danny, do you have any questions? I just finished doing day 5's live training, but if you have questions since you're on, go ahead and ask. Okay. No worries. No questions? Okay, cool. Well, then I'm gonna hop off. If you guys don't have any questions, just watch the beginning of this and yeah, stay tuned. Like I said, if you guys are interested in receiving some support from me, you can book a call and we can have a conversation about how I can help and support you. I really want you to know and believe, especially with this spiritual stuff, as you're really tapping into these gifts and really looking at how you get to amplify them. It's really helpful and powerful if you have support and guidance around this stuff. And I have been through the ringer. Some of you guys heard me share some of my more personal stories on this, and I will be sharing them more in this group with you guys for sure. But I want you to know that nothing is too weird or out there for me. I've been through it all, seen it all myself, probably tried it all myself too. So I'm here to answer any questions that you have. And please know that this group is my group that I'm going to be putting in content and information. Pretty much every day there'll be a post or something, different things to engage with you guys and keep things fun and interesting. So yeah, definitely stay tuned in here and know that I'm going to be going through with people that have commented and engaged in this challenge, and I will be posting a prize for one of the winners. One will include a discount on working with me, and another thing will be a different kind of prize. So if you want to win, make sure you participate in all the things. Cool. So I will add into the description of this what is the last kind of exercise that you get to do, which is really doing that meditation that I just guided you guys through, and really looking at how you get to be in the energy that you choose to, that you were cultivating and creating in the, like, throughout this challenge, and what is that word, that feeling, that energy that you are wanting to create and be in, and how do you get to actually choose to be in that space. So I'll put the description for what you get to do for day 5 above this video. And like I said, if you guys are ready for next steps of working with me, either one-on-one or in the group's capacity, and oh, I didn't say this before, but normally I don't offer one-off calls, but a lot of you guys reached out to me and were like, hey, I don't have the money to do this, but I would love to, learn more from you or work with you, Katie. I am offering a discounted rate for my coaching sessions of $222. So if you want to take advantage of that, I am only offering 5 of those. So if you want to jump in and get that opportunity to have a discounted one-on-one session with me, absolutely do that. I'll also put that in the description of this call. Okay? All right, guys, have a beautiful night. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry about yesterday. There was like a fire alarm that went off and it was crazy and super loud, and I was finishing up what we were gonna do for this, and then that went off, and I was like, there's no way the call's gonna start on time, and I was like, I'll just do it another day. It's totally fine. So yeah, thank you guys so much for your participation in this. Stay active in this group. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff in here. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything, please comment below this, and do not hesitate to reach out to me or post in the group with questions that you have. And like I said, if you want to take advantage of a discounted rate of working with me one-on-one, let me know, and you can snag up one of those 5 spots. So amazing work, you guys. I'm super proud of you. Remember that you are magical beings. So go do the damn thing. Be magical. All right, guys, sending lots of love, and I will talk to you later.